Hey guys, for today's video I want to talk about the new green cards that have just been revealed. Now, I don't normally do these reveal talk videos. There are plenty enough DBS YouTubers out there already doing that for it to feel necessary for me to add to the noise. I want to do unique stuff for my channel and I want to do things that excite me, and boy, do the new Beerus and Champa decks excite me. There seems to be two kinds of opinions forming en masse amongst the community about these leaders. That they are absolutely amazing or that they are absolutely dreadful. As for my opinion, it is that either way they look fun and they look interesting, and interesting is always good when it comes to a new deck to play. So if you haven't read them yet, let's go through them real quick and compare them, because just like the characters Beerus and Champa, they seem quite similar, but there are key differences.
You look like Lord Beerus, only a lot fatter!
My, aren't you the rude one?
Beerus Permanent. You start the game with 4 life. Now that sounds dreadful. But look at his power. He's got 15k power. Okay, so the game starts. Your opponent's going to have pretty much combo if they want to get an attack to go through for at least the first turn. Activate main. Switch this card to rest mode. Draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. So you don't even get to attack if you want to draw a card. But you do get to play a Universe 7 2 cost or less for free. So that battle card is going to be doing your attacking for you, I guess. And then we awaken when your life is at 3 or less, and you draw 2 cards, switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode and flip. Once we've awakened, auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose up to 1 green Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. Auto, once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When one of your battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. And now we have Champa Permanent. You start the game with 5 life. That's 1 more than Beerus. Activate main, switch this card to rest mode, draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose up to 1 green Universe 6 card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. When your life is at 2 or less, you may draw 3 cards, switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode and flip this card over. And now we have awakened. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Additionally, if you have no battle cards in play, choose 1 green Universe 6 card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. Auto, once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. When one of your green Universe 6 battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, you may choose the card that attacked and switch it to active mode. So these leaders look very similar. Beerus has 4 life, Champa has 5. Beerus awakens at 3 life and Champa awakens at 2. When Beerus awakens, he draws 2 and untaps 1. And when Champa awakens, he draws 3 and untaps 1. So the differences are very marginal. There's also another difference, the Spirit Boost effect. Beerus is a little bit of hand destruction, whereas Champa is restanding the battle card so they can attack again. I think the choice of which leader you're going to go for is going to come down to play style. Although I think it would actually take testing to work out which one suits your playstyle, because they are similar, but I think it also comes down to what battle cards are available to you, because although there are a few battle cards that work in both decks, and we'll go over that in a second, you are playing Universe 7 cards for free with Beerus, 2 or less, and you are playing Universe 6 cards for free with Champa, and then they do different things. So let's talk about the unisons now. We've got Whis and Vardos, and they both do the same thing. Empower, green, 3. So Empower is the new keyword if you don't know. If this card replaces a green unison card as it enters play, it carries over up to 3 of its markers. So if you already have a unison out and it has 3 markers on, or if it has 4 markers on, you'll get 3 of those markers at least. So if you play and you are replacing a unison with 3 markers, you will have 4 markers. And that's good because the auto is limit 1. If this card has 3 or more markers when this card is played, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Although Vados is different in that aspect. Yeah, she does the same thing. She has 3 or more markers when she is played. She will choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Both of them have the same +1, which is activate main. If a field extra card isn't in your battle area, activate up to 1 the nameless planet from your deck and shuffle your deck. So the nameless planet is important for the deck. It's basically the win con if you don't want to attack your opponent's life. And realistically, you don't want to attack your opponent's life. The whole deck is built around KOing your opponent's battle cards. So the nameless planet is a field card and it has barrier, which I can't think of any other field card that's had barrier before, so that's cool. And it has an auto once per turn if your leader card is a green Beerus or a green Champa card. At the end of the battle, where one of your green battle cards attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, place that card under this card from your opponent's drop area. Auto, if your leader card is Beerus or Champa, and you switch this card to rest mode when your opponent attacks, choose one of your green battle cards in rest mode with the same universe special trait as your leader card and switch the target of the attack to this card. Now that will be relevant once we read the battle cards, but it is also a way of defending your leader. Activate main. If there are 5 cards owned by your opponent under this card, you win the game. Alright, the video is starting to run a little long and I've still got a few things I want to talk about, so I'm going to refrain from reading every single card. I think it would be fair to assume you have probably already read them, but on the first day of reviewers we also got 3 SRs. We've got Goku, we've got Vegeta, and we've got Hit. And the cliff notes are basically they're not leader locked, they come out pretty easily, and they have things that go off if you KO your opponent's battle cards, so that's great. Now I'm thinking as I'm reading through all these cards, if your opponent's smart, they just won't play battle cards, right? Well, luckily, here we have Referee introducing the fighters, and this guy has a great effect. You can play him, only costs 1 energy, and you can choose 1, activate a nameless planet, or if your opponent has no battle cards, you get to see their hand, and you choose 1 of their battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and play it in their battle area. Sucked in. Okay, so day 2 of reveals gives us Universe 7 stuff. So we have 3 2-cost battle cards. We've got Boo, we've got Piccolo, and we have Vegeta. Now, as you recall, they can be played for free with our leader ability. And they have somewhat of a chain effect. When these cards are KO'd, you can pay an energy, and they will basically swap into a 3-drop. And you may also remember we have an ability from the field card to make our opponent target them. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, the 3-drop in question is Goku to Battle Universe 6. And there's also a Vanilla Wisp, but whatever. We also have very integral, very beautiful, I'm so glad they included this card, Monarcha, Universe 7's ace. What a boss card. Your opponent plays a hit card, they're screwed. So auto, when you play this card, draw 1 card, auto. At the end of a battle in which this card attacked a hit card in your opponent's battle area, KO that card.
Hold on, what just happened? Did he win? Oh, wow! That guy's awesome!
I do like how thematic this deck is, both these decks are, right? So it's a tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7. They get 5 fighters each, and, you know, 1 fighter gets knocked out and the next fighter comes in. It's great. It's a very thematic deck, and I do like thematic decks. Okay, so let's go on to the Universe 6 talk, and we have the same basic idea. We've got a 2-drop Kaba, 2-drop Magetta, and a Frost, a 1-drop Batamo, 4-drop Hit, a 3-drop Kaba, and we also have some multicolour cards here. We've got multicolour Frost, blue, green. That's interesting because this is day 3 reveals. When I was reading day 1 reveals, I'm thinking red, green, that's the way to go. But we got blue, green. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's all of the green reveals at this point, not including potential secret rares or whatever. So let's talk about old cards. we always like putting old cards into new decks. It feels good to have cards you've spent money on become relevant again. So what cards are relevant again? In Universe 6, there aren't a great deal of green Universe 6. There is a set 4 card called Namekian Duo Piranha, and there is a starter deck exclusive card, Namekian Bond Sayanol. So from the Piccolo starter deck that came out with set 4. There is potential playability there. Depends how you really want to roll. You want to make this a Namekian deck. And speaking of Namekian decks, there's also a few more cards out of that starter deck that are Universe 7. So we have Indomitable Link Piccolo. Now, he has an auto. When you play this card, choose up to one Gohan with an energy cost of 3 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. And the Gohan that comes with the deck is Indomitable Link Gohan. Auto, when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. But you can use Piccolo to get the super combo that bottom decks 1 draws 2. And the next old strategy to bring up is the fact that the 2-drops, when they're KO'd, can bring out a Universe 7 3-drop, which means they can bring out Piccolo Cunning Strategist, which in turn can bring out Piccolo Assimilated Ability, which used to be a broken card. It's long been powercraft, but it is pretty cool because it has an activate battle once per turn, bond 2, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. And if you KO the card, draw a card. So that's pretty good removal right there. And it seems like it works with the deck, although as I am recording this video right here, I've reread the cards and I'm like, oh, it doesn't work the way I thought it did. So I was reading the field card and thinking, okay, you enter a battle, something gets KO'd, it goes under. Doesn't matter if you won the battle or something else KO'd it. But now I'm rereading it and I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. But that's not to say it's not worth thinking about Piccolo Assimilated Ability anyway. The next thing I wanted to bring up was Chile, the Beautiful, which has recently been reprinted in Mythic Booster, which, coincidence? Who's to say? Is a good card. Whenever you KO one of your opponent's battle cards, they discard a card from their hand. So Beerus is already doing a bit of hand destruction, and you can amp it up a little bit more if you run Chile. If the whole Piccolo Assimilated Ability activate battle thing does end up working, that things go under your field card, then there is one more card to think about, and that is Heart Arrow of Love, which is out of the Draft Box Divine Multiverse. Now, I often find when a deck like this gets revealed and everyone gets all hyped and they're all like, oh, look at this old card, that will work, this old card will work. The dust settles and usually they don't work. So keep that in mind, but also, well, we'll see. Build the decks, test the decks, see what works. And there's also a lot of people bringing up Saiyan Teamwork Cabba, like, oh, make the old green Cabba Cauliflower Kale work with this, but that's not the point of these decks. If you want to run those cards, they're still fantastic. You know what you should put them in? You should put them in starter deck Vegeta. Anyway, I think I've run out of thoughts for this deck, so let's just see what happens when they release. They might be good, and they definitely look fun. So I'll be building them, and I can't wait. And I hope you'll join me for more discussion on those decks and any other future decks. The other deck I'm really excited about is the promo Vegeta leader. We'll talk about him soon. See you for that video soon.